What's good, YouTube? This is Sports Guru back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about 3 players the Dallas Mavericks should avoid in free agency. So that could be in terms of injuries, contracts. We don't want to be throwing max contracts at guys. So let's go ahead and kick it off with number 3, Aaron Gordon. The player is appealing to me. He's a very appealing player. Great athleticism. He was way better at the 4 last year in terms of activity, getting him involved. His shot increased a little bit from the three-point line. I believe it increased like 4%. That's a pretty good increase from like 28, 29 to like 33%. That's not terrible. But he started off hot last year from 3. I think he shot like around 36, maybe 37% from 3. But he dropped down. His shot came down, maybe because he had that big injury, and maybe, it kind of slowed him down a little bit, his progression. But him dropping like 17 points and 7 rebounds is a big improvement for him. The problem is, Dallas might even play Harrison Barnes back at the 4 again. We're overloaded with these kind of starting wings. Well, they trade West, but we're looking at the team they have right now, and Aaron Gordon does not fit. I mean, maybe if we drafted Bamba, then we put Aaron Gordon at the 4, that would be a really cool little lineup. You'd have a lot of athleticism with Dennis and Aaron Gordon. That'd be really fun to watch. But now that we have Luka, it's just like, it's just not going to work. Aaron Gordon already said the ideal contract for him would be a max, and that's just not going to fly with the Mavericks. I would not believe. I would hope y'all don't believe that either. Based off his potential, I don't see his shot just drastically taking an increase again like that and jumping up to like 38% or becoming an elite three-point shooter. If he became an elite three-point shooter, it'd be amazing. He can dribble the ball a little bit. He's not an amazing dribbler. He really did fit the 4 well last year with Orlando. It just gets him involved. He lets him use his athleticism. He didn't do a very good job with threes. It's harder for him to get by players because he is not the greatest playmaker. But I love to watch him in Orlando play. I like to see him go to a team where he can play the 4. If he came to Dallas, it just doesn't look right with Harrison Barnes. I know Harrison Barnes, they want to put Harrison at the 3 again. Then you still have Dirk. Who knows what they're going to do with him? But if he wants a max contract, it's definitely not going to be in Dallas. Sorry, man, but you got other places you can go and probably get sneaky, probably about $16 million per year. I don't see him getting a max contract anywhere. But yeah, that's Aaron Gordon. I hope the best for him. Let's get on to number 2. And I really like this player, and the Mavs have been connected to him over the past year and maybe past few years. He's a Dallas native, Julius Randle. Very good player, energy-based player. Had a really good improvement in terms of field goal percentage. He jumped up from, I believe it's 48% to like 55% from the field. Big improvement for him. One of the best post-up players in terms of really doing like a drop step on you or something like that, burying you, putting his elbow in your stomach. I mean, the dude's a really strong player. His defense is horrible. That's where it goes wrong. Dallas does not need people with horrible defense. And I know he grabs boards, but defense already says it for me. We need you to play some defense, and we need you to spread the floor a little bit. You got to spread the floor a little bit. He doesn't even have a consistent mid-range. I mean, he doesn't even shoot threes. He shot 22%, but he's not even shooting them. So what's the point? I like Julius Randle. He'll get a good contract somewhere. He's a really good player for somebody. Dallas views him as a center, which definitely won't fly. That's a no-no. He's not a top priority for Dallas. I think he's more of a third or fourth option thing. But by the time they're at that 3rd or 4th option, I think he'll be gone to somewhere where the team will sign him. Maybe even Los Angeles re-signs him. But Julius Randle, not worth a big contract for me. I wonder what y'all think about him. He's a kind of player that really plays hard. I really like him a lot. He can pass too also. Let's not forget about that. He's a great playmaker. But, I just don't. He's not enough to me to go out and throw money at him like that, because we already know these players are going to get contracts like this. And number 1, the player who has the most potential out of all of them, Jabari Parker. I love this guy so much, his game. But the dude seems like he's had 20 torn ACLs in like the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's bad. I feel bad for the dude because he did just 2 years ago drop 20 points per game and like 9 or 10 rebounds, I believe. The dude played really good. And it sucks to see these injuries like really stop us from seeing his full potential. I think Jabari could have easily been a 25 point per game guy, an 8 rebound, maybe 10 rebound guy. He's a very, very good player. But his injuries have hurt him. I don't think any team should be throwing maxes at him. I could see him maybe getting 10 million, but if he gets 10 million, I see Milwaukee keeping him. They didn't really play him in the playoffs, so there could be bad blood there. I mean, he didn't really play good in the playoffs, unfortunately. But these injuries, you can't go throwing maxes at a guy who could like DeMarcus Cousins, who hasn't really ever really been injured like that, but just finally got his first injury. And I know it's Achilles injury, but we have a whole record of Jabari Parker, even back to his rookie year, tearing his ACL. Y'all tell me what his ACL count is, because I think it's like 3. Is it 3 or 4, something like that? That's ridiculous. It's so bad. He's injury prone. He's my favorite player out of these 3. He's more of a complete player out of these 3, but unfortunately, Jabari Parker is not what the Mavs should pursue. We don't want to bury ourselves at this point. Jabari Parker would not be the answer. If it was like a $10 million contract, maybe like a 2-year deal or something like that, I'd definitely be down. But if he gets thrown some money, man, if you're Jabari Parker, you know your body. Go out and take that money. That's just best for him. But yeah, guys, that's my top 3 players the Dallas Mavericks should avoid. Go ahead and give me a top 3 down below. All right, guys, I'm out. Like and subscribe.